Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I've been doing a remake and comparison video, and I haven't put one up in a while. And I was at work today, and we was talking about. I know a guy at work. We talk about movies and stuff, and we were talking about movies that are coming out every Tuesday because there's movies that comes out every Tuesday, and sometimes this coworker friend of mine, he gets excited because he said he always talks about what movies he's gonna buy, and then we start talking about old movies and stuff, and then and I was asking him, I was like, hey, do you remember so and so? He goes, oh yeah, I remember that. And then he goes, oh, I love that movie. And he's much younger than me, but we was just talking. He goes, man, I remember when my mom brought that movie in, and I was like, yeah, man, I was in my 20s when that came out, And so anyway, the remake movie I want to talk about today is Fright Night. Fright Night came out in 1985. I was 26 years old, and it's an hour and 46 minutes, and it's got a 92 Rotten Tomatoes. And the main characters in this movie was William Ragsdale and Chris Sheridan and Roddy McDowall. Like, everybody knows who Roddy McDowall is. Roddy McDowall made a lot of movies, man. I think he passed away, but man, I fell in love with Fright Night. Now, Fright Night came out in 1985, and man, I was so young back then, and I watched that movie over and over and over about this kid that he thinks the next door neighbor across the street's a vampire, and come find out he is, and then vampire starts he tries to convince people, and then nobody, his mom and his buddy and then his girlfriend that he was trying to date, and it was just so good. There was a scene in this movie where they went to a club, and Chris Sheridan is the guy that played the vampire, and I was watching this, and I remember watching that movie and said, God, the clubs, man. And I remember the clubs looking just like that, and I remember the girls looking like that. I remember the type of music in the background and stuff, and the way the club was looking, and I was like, God, I remember walking in clubs, like that style of dress. God, it just took me back. I was so young. I had so much fun back then. It was a good time for me. But yeah, I really liked this movie, and 92% people liked this movie. And like I said, it's a 92% Rotten Tomatoes, and and it's 92% people really like the movie. So now the remake, Fright Night, came out in 2011, and I was 52 years old when that came out, and it's 2 hours long. Where Fright Night 1985, it's an hour and 46 minutes long. So Fright Night 1985 was an hour and 46 minutes long, and then Fright Night 2011 was 2 hours long, and it had a 72% Rotten Tomato, and 79% people liked the movie. And your main leads was Anton Yelchin and Imogen Poots as Imogen Poots, and that's a crazy name. But anyway, those were your main leads, and then you had I forgot that one good-looking guy. He played the guy that was like the vampire. No, I can't think his name, but he's a real good-looking guy. I forgot to write his name down, but y'all know, if you guys are familiar with Fright Night 2011, he was the one that was the vampire guy and stuff. But I remember watching that movie, and I'll be honest with you, it just didn't connect with me. And but I was glad that it did okay. But I have to sit there and say it's one of those movies that I have to sit back and watch again because I don't want to be too quick to judge. But I think that by me, graduating back in 1978, and I was a late bloomer because I was just a late bloomer. I was just a late bloomer, and then when I started peaking, I started working out, jogging, playing tennis and stuff, and I could just remember that movie, and man, I had so much fun back then. And I remember watching this 1985 Fright Night, and I just thought I had a connection with it because it's just the style, the dress, and you wouldn't catch me in those type of clothes today, though, man. Shoot, kidding me? But anyway, every time I watch that, I just think about it. It just takes me back to that time, man. You know, a lot of people's done. You know, my family's gone because that was 1985. So, but anyway, which one do I like the best? Well, obviously you can tell I like 1985. I really can't say too much about the 2011 because I think when I watched it, I think I checked out. I think I checked out midway through, so I have to see. But I know that I would not like this near as much as 1985. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. It's just there are so many movies that came out in my time, which is, you know, I graduated in 1978. It just seems like everybody just had a just a great, you know, imagination. You know, my time when I graduated in 1978, it just looked like, you know, you had Friday the 13th coming out, you had Freddy, and you had Halloween, and then you had all these, and then you had Chucky, and man, it could just be, man, my time span, man, it could just be no wrong, man. It's like, man, I didn't think that ever would, you know, leave, but it's gone now. But you know, it's like, you know, it is what it is. But brings back memories, you know. So anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. Like I said, Fright Night, 1985, an hour and 46 minutes long. I was 26 years old. 92% Rotten Tomatoes. 92% people liked it. Fright Night, 2011. I was 52 years old. 2 hours long. 72% Rotten Tomatoes. 79% of the people liked it. I'm on the fence with this one, so I can't really say. So anyway, be safe out there, you guys. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.